So you always encourage them on. Always be persistent. Never give up. I've had bills killed. I've had people tell me I'd never win another election. I had people tell me when I entered the election for the House of Delegates against an 8-year incumbent that I could never win it. I won in 60-40. And I've been there because I am understanding of the fact that I am a representative of the people. My job is not to infringe upon you. My job is to enable you. I think that government has to enable others. You model the way. Here's the best example of that. If universal health care is the most important thing in the world, why doesn't Congress and the President become a part of it? You enable others to act. Government should always enable the people, like I said, not interfere with what they do. 8, you help those you serve to use the keys within them and unlock their potential. You know, it's been said, and I know you all heard this before, if you teach, or if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man a fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. Government was always designed to do that, to unlock the potential in everyone. But the number one thing is, and the number one thing that I saved to last is, you challenge the process. So many people say, that guy's been in there for 26 years, or this has happened, and he's got $1 million, and nobody will say that. No one challenges the process. We are the people. This is our government. We have got to challenge our leaders. We have to challenge the process in order to have a better government. The preamble before the Constitution, which was established in 1787, says, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. And do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." It's we, the people. That's how it starts out. You're the government. Not me, not Congress. You're the government. We the people, are the government. In the Greek, the meaning of politician is one who's most like the people. How many people do you know that's elected is most like you or most like the people that they represent? I think that we've come a long ways away from, in the wrong direction, from what our forefathers have put in place. You know, the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, it's written pretty plainly in the book of Genesis when it was written. It says, "Choose you this day between the blessing and the curse." I feel like America chose the curse when they chose the current president that we have in place. And if we continue to choose bad leaders into this midterm election and so forth, the government intrusion that's going to take place is going to be very detrimental to our country, and we're going to crumble if we don't take hold of it now. Government was never formed to intrude upon you. It was formed to give you the tools to work. These articles of the Constitution were masterfully crafted, and they were done with blood, sweat, and tears. I have sacrificed many days of aches and pains from protecting your Constitution. After being hit by a car, well, I was in my car, but another car hit me, and suffering from a displaced spinal cord and 2 major back surgeries, I never had one regret. I never complained one time, because I knew what I was doing when it happened was to protect the Constitution and the people's rights to live in a free society. But how many sacrifices? You men and women in here who have served in the military understand what sacrifice is all about. How many sacrifices has a lot of our politicians ever had to make in order to understand what that oath of office really means. I'm going to tell you, I make just as many mistakes as anyone else. But a true leader is willing to admit the mistakes he makes and tries to mend those mistakes and move forward. I could sit here and speak all night about this issue, but I want to leave you with this. As we enter into this next election cycle, just remember this, that what you do, you might feel like you're taking a risk. But I found this in the author, this is in a daily devotional book that I have. The author is unknown. But it says that one can simply not live without taking risk. Risks are woven into every aspect of our daily lives. To laugh is risk appearing a fool. To weep is risk of being sentimental. To reach out to another is to risk involvement. To expose your feelings is to expose your true self. To place your ideas, your dreams, before a crowd is a risk of loss. To love is to risk not being loved in return. To live is to risk dying. To hope is to risk despair. To try it all is to risk failure. Even so, the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing, because the person who risks nothing, accomplishes nothing, has nothing, and feels nothing, and in the end becomes nothing. So I submit to you today, when you embark upon this next election cycle, if you think you're risking something, you're doing what our forefathers did over 400 years ago when they started establishing a government for the people and other people around them. Thank you.